Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the Tucson Convention Center here in Tucson, Arizona. My name is James Poovey, coming to you alongside my broadcast partners, Mr. Ed Cole and Kevin Derryberry. Gentlemen, we are south of the Phoenix metro area and a little over 3 hours away from Northern Arizona's home field tonight. They're doing battle here tonight against the Tucson Sugar Skulls, the one team they've been able to get over on this season.
Yeah. The road show continues. It started in Frisco last week. It continues here in Tucson as the Sugar Skulls are looking to get their fourth victory of the season. Meanwhile, the Wranglers are trying to get their second win of the season, and second win of the season over Tucson.
Well, they won 48-44 at home. It was electrifying, right? It was absolutely dynamic for the Northern Arizona Wranglers to taste the fruit of victory for the very first time. Since that time, they've lost 4 straight games, and they're kind of reeling right now. This is a program that is trying to find their identity again, and I think when you look and see what's happening right now at this juncture of the season, gentlemen, it's time for the Wranglers to upset the proverbial apple cart, right? The playoff apple cart. And if the Wranglers can finish out the string with some victories and learning about one another from the coaching perspective as well as the players, this is a great opportunity to play that spoiler role here tonight against the Sugar Skulls.
Exactly right. You think of a game that you come in with 2 records, 1-9 and 3-7, but there are playoff implications on the line here tonight. And as you mentioned, KDB, the Wranglers will love nothing more than to play spoiler here tonight and beat this Tucson Sugar Skulls team once again.
And this is a 1-9 team and a 3-7 team. These teams are not what their record suggests they are. These are much better teams than 1-9 and 3-7 respectively. So we will see what happens tonight. This is going to be a lot of physical play on both sides of the football for both of these teams. So we're going to see a knockdown, drag out 60 minutes of football tonight.
One big difference, though, guys, is the quarterback position for Dixie Wooten. Tonight, he's going to go with number 3, Corey Murphy. This young man played in the CIF before he arrived on this circuit here in the IFL. For Coach Wooten and for the young man, Corey Murphy, they've been trying to get together for almost 5 years now. And Corey Murphy has arrived here, and boy, did he have a big game last week, and they propelled him to victory. 3 rushing touchdowns, so a little different dynamic now. No Demry Croft back there, so it's going to be the young man, Corey Murphy. He's got a lot of fleet, right? This guy can scoot, so they're going to have to try to slow down the run game a little bit here tonight and then see if he can throw the ball over the top a little bit. We know that the Wranglers' secondary has been tested an awful lot in weeks past. Yes. I think it's an opportunity for this secondary, who only held Frisco to 33 points last week, to step up and make some plays tonight. This one,
absolutely. And we got to deal with Mike Jones, one of the leading running backs in all of the indoor football league. He scored 20 plus touchdowns this season, so he's not averse to getting into the end zone. So you've got to deal with a brand new quarterback who can run the football. As Kevin mentioned, 3 touchdowns last week, 14 rushes for 79 yards. So he's a hassle. Mike Jones is a hassle. Ryan Ballantyne, and all the talent that the Sugar Skulls have on offense, they're all going to be a problem for this Wranglers defense. So they've got to play as perfect a game of football as they can. And that's what killed them last week, Kev. 11 penalties for 94 yards. That was one of the main reasons why they lost to Frisco.
Oh, that number, it was staggering. The week before that, it was 100 yards in penalties. Think about that. That's 4 football fields in 2 games. That can't happen here in this one. Tonight, if they want to win this game. But you mentioned some of the players for Tucson. Ryan Ballantyne, all-time leading receiver in the IFL history. That is pretty impressive. But we go to our guys, right? It's going to be a new look. Brandon Fisher is going to be the place kicker tonight, so he'll have an opportunity. One of those 24 rookies, he gets a chance tonight. The young man out of Bradshaw Mountain High School, he played and he kicked for Coach Moran, our defensive coordinator now. So it'll be interesting to see how Fish responds to the opportunity here tonight in that place-kicking game.
Absolutely.
Well, you mentioned Brandon Fisher, the hometown kid for the Northern Arizona Wranglers, getting the start tonight at the place kicker position for Northern Arizona. So that's going to be really exciting to see him go to work here tonight. And it's going to be a battle here inside the bar tonight. We'll step aside for the national anthem momentarily, and we'll wrap up our pregame.
Broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. All around we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets fragrant, the
A wonderful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner right there. Gentlemen, final thoughts before we kick this one off right here from the Tucson Convention Center tonight.
I want to see what these two respective special teams do. We've got new kickers for both teams, for the Wranglers and the Sugar Skulls, Brandon Fisher and Kevin Gosling. He made his debut last week against Bismarck in this very same building. We know special teams are one of those thirds we talked about how good your special teams can be. So which special teams unit is going to step up more, the Wranglers or the Sugar Skulls?
Well, that's going to be a great point. It's going to be a big test for the Wranglers for sure, and certainly on the other side of the coin for Dixie Wooten's group as he brings in another kicker again his second week, so he's got a little bit more experience than Brandon does. But I'm going to go. Your guy every week, Ed, is Todd Athey, and I'm going to go back to TA because TA is just he's wrecking this league as a rookie.
Yes, he is.
Let's go ahead and put it on record. Todd Athey should be in the running for the Indoor Football League Rookie of the Year. This guy has had a dynamic year.
Absolutely.
How dynamic? 44 catches, 561 yards. And just 13 touchdowns. 13 times. That's all he's been in the end zone. So I'll look for TA to get going here. And he's going to really make the secondary for the Sugar Skulls. I think he's going to test him here early and often. Brulon Reed Jr. to Todd Athey tonight. Let's go 2 times on that one, huh?
Let's go 3 times. Why not 2?
Absolutely.
3, 4, 5 times.
Tonight is going to be Mr. Skylar Clinton. I look for him to get a little bit more involved in the run game. When he gets an open hole up front by that offensive line, he's able to pick it, find it quick, and hit it hard. And I think he's going to get some huge yards here on the field tonight.
I spoke to Zay Coven Henderson before the ball game, stretching on the field, and I said, "What's it like practicing against Skylar Clinton?" He said, "Man, he's the one guy on the team I just don't want to have anything to do with. I don't want to mess with Skylar Clinton. He is a wrecking ball for a guy that, again, we talked about before. He played tight end in college. He's played all over the place, but you give him a chance to tote the rock, and Skylar Clinton is going to deliver punishment."
Yes,
absolutely.
He is. 4 men I want to step up tonight. Sadler. I'm looking at their names. Sadler, Henderson, Richardson, Calhoun. That front four has got to get pressure on Corey Murphy because we saw what he did against Bismarck last week in that very first drive, that 42-yard touchdown run. So if you do not get any pressure or anybody to get up in Corey Murphy's face, he'll have that kind of night again tonight. So that front four has got to be stout, and they've got to be aggressive, and they've got to get to the point of attack and make Corey Murphy uncomfortable, force some turnovers, and get him out of character.
Guys, we talk about it every single week. It all starts up front on the offensive and defensive side of the football, and that holds true here tonight for sure. A special reminder, tonight's game is a little bit unique. You have to make sure and tune in to the Sugar Skulls YouTube channel to watch tonight's game. The YouTube channel for the Indoor Football League not operational at the current time tonight, so tonight's game will be shown on the Sugar Skulls YouTube channel. So for my broadcast partners, Ed Cole and Mr. Kevin Derryberry, I'm James Hoovey. Hope you guys enjoy the ball game tonight, and let's get another W here for this Wranglers football team, gentlemen.
And we will see you guys at halftime and for post-game coverage.
Indeed. Take care for now, and go Wranglers.
Go Wranglers.
Let's ride.